This morning we got up and we read in the News Times that there's an article about conversations taking place about the potential of a drive-through dispensary should recreational marijuana go through. I guess it's on Mill Plain Road that people are talking about wanting to put it there. I think I know your thoughts, but, and again, nothing has been planned. These are just conversations. What do you say about a drive-through dispensary in Danbury?
Yeah, so I don't know really what the difference is if you're walking into a dispensary or you're driving up to a dispensary. It's same thing like going to get a burger, and you either walk into the store or you drive up and get it. I don't know that I really can weigh in on that one way or the other. I don't on the first blush I don't really see if it's a big issue, but I'm sure that Planning Commission will take up that information and make a decision. That body makes those decisions, and so we'll have to just wait and see what they decide.
Yeah, as we've gotten to know you, I've learned about you that you're let's wait and see. Let's wait till we have all the relevant information kind of guy. Yep. And we are not there yet. For whatever reason, Connecticut keeps dropping the ball on getting to recreational marijuana. But when that time comes, you'll have the opportunity to opt in or opt out. And you've told us that you're not sure yet, right?
Right. I haven't made a full decision until I see all the results of it. I know that throughout the country there's been some pros and cons about recreational marijuana, and there's so much you can read and learn about what's been happening in different states that have it. And so I just want to be able to continue to investigate. It seems sort of like a 50-50 deal from what I see with most states. Some parts of the state are very happy about having it. Other parts, are not exactly that happy about having it. So my jury's still out, but I'm keeping an open mind to anything.
The way I look at it is, and believe it or not, I am not a wacky weed consumer of any kind. I don't. It's not for me. I don't care for it. Whatever, right? But the way I look at it is this: it's going to be here legally from a recreational standpoint. It already is in New York. It's kind of the deal is done. The stigma, for the most part, is dead. It's over. So why would any community decide to make their residents have to drive somewhere else to get it when that's just going to be the next town over? You know what I mean?
Right. No, I get what you're saying. I totally understand that. And, those are not my concerns. My concerns really are health and safety. And, I just want to make sure that I'm clear on, how the law looks and what it's going to talk about, in regards to, driving an automobile and working in industry and, stuff along those lines. If, like I said to you, I think last week, I'm a live and let live kind of guy. And if that's what folks want to do in their off time, I have no issue with that. And,
I understand the health and safety aspect of it. And in fact, that was part of our conversation with Town Supervisor of Carmel, Ken Schmidt. I can understand the concern and I can understand the research that you're doing. But couldn't an argument be made that by not having one, because we can all agree, we're grown-ups here, people drink and drive. They shouldn't, but they do. Right. And people are going to smoke and drive. So if we can agree as adults that that is going to happen no matter what any town decides to do, you can make an argument that not having a dispensary in your town, city, municipality actually makes it more dangerous because you have people traveling in cars further.
Yeah, I guess that's a real possibility.
All right.
Let me break in here for a second.
Go ahead.
Because I think there's a misunderstanding. Are you talking about recreational marijuana?
Yeah.
Okay, because this D&B Wellness
is a medical
marijuana dispensary. Medical. And they...
Right now it's a medical dispensary.
Right. and they're talking medical marijuana in the drive-through window.
No, I get you, and I understand that point, and I'm sorry if I confused anybody. I
think Lou and I both realize where this is heading, and probably you as well, Ethan.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, with the state poised on passing legislation regarding recreational marijuana, it's only the next progressive step, and so we would figure that this dispensary would eventually, put in a permit for recreational as well.
Right. Most likely, yes.
All right, so I'm going to mention Reddit here for a second, and I'm going to assume, Joe, that you don't go on Reddit, and you should probably continue that practice of because it's a toilet, it's a hellhole. But I go on and check out every once in a while what folks are saying about Danbury on Reddit. And yesterday I got really annoyed by a post that was put up. Someone took a picture of the new residential facility that's being built next to Mothership Bakery on Main Street. Mm-hmm. And they wrote the following. The new building on Main Street is coming along nicely. $2,600 isn't bad since there will be a pool with a view of Main Street. You can see immigrants jumping in vans for work, watch poor people take the bus to their minimum wage jobs, and see homeless people sleeping on the sidewalk. Shaking my head. I, yesterday, said, what would make a person like this happy? You know, is Danbury supposed to solve the problems of the poverty issues in America before trying to build a residential facility on Main Street? What do you think about that?
Right. So, you know, you and I and even have had discussions about Main Street and what we believe needs to happen on Main Street in order to make a successful downtown. And so that's happening right now, and we're on the cusp of a very exciting time downtown with residential housing popping up. And so I just, you know, no matter what you do in life, you're going to get criticism from people. It just happens that way. But, you know, we have that vibe and we have that excitement surrounding, you know, a popping downtown. And we're going with that. And, you know, you're always going to have your people who are going to be the negative Nellies, and, you know, you deal with them. You know what? I always say this. If you don't want to live in a $2,600 apartment with a pool on the roof and a view of Main Street, then don't.
I do.
Where you're at.
I do.
Well, I know you just want to go and use the pool.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. No, but we've talked about this. We did recently that you're right. It is an exciting time, and I really believe in what it is that you believe, that more residents in the downtown area will lead to a more successful downtown in general, because you have now a walkable community for tons of people, and they're going to want to go on foot to their local store to make purchases. So it's just people helping people.
Absolutely. And listen, I'll be selling pool passes later on as we get closer to being done. Make sure you contact me for that.
Will you be scalping?
I'll sell you an elevator pass too, so you don't have to walk up the stairs to get to the pool.
We laugh now, but that is going to be a massive problem in the beginning.
Question, has there been any movement whatsoever on the Congregational Church being possibly turned into part music venue on, what is it, West and Deer Hill?
So we have still been having conversations with the church. They are still interested. The city is still interested. The problem right now is the fact that we are not able to plan events at the current time.
Right.
We just don't want to, you know, take this building and then have it just sit there. And so it's currently being used as a church, and they're functioning in their general manner. And, you know, when things change and the pandemic lifts and we can start having and planning more events that we would look at that church for, you know, we're certainly going to talk about moving forward with those plans.
Is it going to be all kinds of music, or just like Christian heavy metal? Like, you ever heard that stuff? That stuff's pretty good. It'll melt your face sometimes.
Oh, God,
you
what's wrong with you?
You know, they sing about Jesus, but then they riff on the guitar like,
Gotcha.
Pretty amazing stuff, actually. You should check it out. Just a recommendation.
See, this is my life, Mayor. This is my life.
And you know, it's funny. You deal with him how many hours a day, how many days a week?
4 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Is that it, just 4 hours a day? I think I spend more than 4 hours a day thinking about what's going on with Lou. So.
Yeah.
I'm just a dog with a chew toy. That's all it is.
It's a damn good thing he's funny.
Danbury Mayor Joe Cavo, we appreciate your time as always. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you wanted to fit in before we let you go?
No. Thanks very much. Thanks for having me on. I always appreciate my time with you.
Have a great day, Joe.
We'll see you next week.
You as well.
Bye-bye.